Halo Infinite isn't out yet, and it looks like 343 Industries may already be working on the sequel to the latest in the Master Chief saga. As reported by Robert Jones in T3, Microsoft's official careers page is advertising for a senior producer to help develop a new project in the Halo universe. The listing goes on to say that the applicants must have 5+ years relevant experience in games development and must have worked on at least one AAA title before. As T3 points out, there are two pertinent nuggets of information here that we have to take notice of. First, this is a role for someone who has experience with AAA game production, and that means this is a top-tier game and not a smaller project. Second, the role is for a new Halo project and not one that is already in development, so this probably isn't Halo Infinite. Well, not unless Microsoft are playing with semantics. The conclusion that Robert Jones draws is that 343 are already starting work on a Halo Infinite sequel. But is he right? Well, that's only something we will find out in due course, but it wouldn't be at all surprising. We all know that AAA game development is taking longer as production values continue to ramp up and the teams required to produce them are bigger. And it wouldn't be any real surprise to learn that 343 are already engaged in pre-production for the next Halo game following on from Halo Infinite. There is one other option though. 343 could be looking at a spin-off game, but one that does fit the criteria of a AAA production. We've seen Halo Wars and more recently Gears Tactics, so it wouldn't be completely beyond the pale for Microsoft to use an existing franchise as the basis for an entirely different genre of game. And it would make sense as well. No matter what the genre, putting Halo on the front cover or the thumbnail of the Xbox Store would increase sales of any game, no matter what the genre. It's what Nintendo have been doing for decades with Mario and Zelda. Of course, there's also a possible downside to making a new game within the Halo universe. And, we've already seen what happens when there's a misstep with Halo. Fans were not at all pleased with the change in focus from Master Chief to Spartan Locke in Halo 5 Guardians, for instance, and they were very vocal about it, so as I say, that would be a risk. However, fans might be more forgiving of a new game if it wasn't a core Halo game, especially if it's well made and adds something to the Halo story or the Halo universe. And it's not entirely without risk to be starting a new core Halo game before the reviews are in for Halo Infinite. And if Halo Infinite comes out and is a disaster, well, the plans for a sequel or even a spin-off could be shelved. After all, Microsoft have got a track record of cutting their losses with projects that aren't working. I honestly doubt that would happen though. Yeah, Halo 5 was arguably the least enjoyable of the Halo games, and yes, it would be a major setback if Infinite tanks. But Halo is Xbox's biggest franchise, so I doubt Microsoft would kill it like they have with other projects. However you look at it though, 343 are already hiring for a new Halo game, and that can only be exciting for fans. Let's hope Halo Infinite turns out to be the AAA blockbuster we're all hoping for, and that the new project can follow on from it in a few years' time. I personally don't mind if this new project is a core Halo game or a spin-off, because we know that more Halo games will follow if Infinite is good and sells well. I suspect it's more likely that 343 are already tooling up for a sequel, but honestly that's just a guess. As Robert Jones says in his article though, this is great news as it shows that Microsoft are confident that Halo Infinite is going to be quality and that 343 Industries are going to be funded to produce follow-up AAA games. I think he's right, and any Halo fan should be excited by that. But what do you think? Do you think this will be a core Halo game or a spin-off? Or maybe you think this is a hire for Halo Infinite? I honestly doubt the last one's likely because we're so close to release, but either of the other options could be possible. Whatever you think though, let me know in the comments, and while you're thinking up what you're going to say, I'm off to get myself a cup of tea, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one. Bye.